Hello everyone, and welcome to a new series where we are going to be playing Jurassic World Evolution. Now, Jurassic World Evolution is made by the same company that has made Planet Coaster and the older Rollercoaster Tycoon games. Now, honestly, I've been playing this a lot for the past week since I got it, and man, I am loving it to death. It's so much fun, and hey, get some nice dinosaurs, which look just like they do in the movies. So guys, let us start. Let's start new game. Yes, existing autosave written. So I'll let this go because there is some starting stuff.
Hello. May I say welcome? My name is Dr. Ian Malcolm. You may have heard of me. Well, correction, you should have heard of me, especially now that you're here. So before you are the islands that you need to manage, if you can. The 5 deaths. Jeez, if only there had been 5. Okay, this is as good a place as any to begin. Isla Matanceros. It's relatively stable. Yeah, you can get your feet wet here, and you should, because diving into the deep end of the pool is where the big, angry, hungry things are, and you want to be ready before you try that.
God damn it.
Public Relations and Crisis Management, and I'm here to help you. You'll start by building a Hammond Creation Lab.
Alright, can I skip the tutorial?
No.
No.
Enclosure for you. You should just attach it to the side. But watch out for dinosaurs. Just kidding.
So, we can basically make our own Jurassic Parks, world, whatever. So, it does not seem that you can skip the tutorial. So, we're just going to have to let it go.
Is on the islands we call the 5 deaths. Actually, Las Cinco Muertes. Because Spanish is the lingo of choice around here.
I love this dude. I think he's really funny.
You'll need to connect it to the pre-existing network of paths in the power grid. Now comes the real test, incubating a dinosaur. You'll start with a Struthiomimus. Select the creation lab and pick a hatchery bay. There's enough genome data for your first viable dinosaur.
So now that he's done, he won't say anything after this, no. So basically, to make dinosaurs, you need these Hammond creation labs. Now you do have hatching bays, and you can incubate multiple ones at the same time, but you can only release one at a time. So the first dinosaur we're going to make is a Struthiomimus. Now if you see, the Struthiomimus has a 65% number right there. That is our genome progress. That's how much of its DNA we actually have. Now these guys are grayed out because you need to have at least 50% in order to unlock them. So we only have 4 dinosaurs right now that we even have any genetic information for. Struthiomimus is the only one we have enough to actually make. Now if you see this number right here is the viability, that's the chance of as it's incubating that will be successful. You do want this number to be as high as you can. And lifespan 40, I don't know exactly what those numbers are supposed to be, but whatever its lifespan is 40, rating, that's just how much the guests like them. Skin, basic, because you can change what they look like, resilience to disease, and attack and defense. The Struthiomimus probably isn't killing anything anytime soon.
Ambitious, undoing extinction, playing with nature's laws. What can possibly go wrong?
Come on, Doctor. You know we've learned so much and invested even more in our Jurassic operations since the last time.
Yes, Mr. Finch, yes, the last time. There's always a last time. And a next.
Possibly my favorite thing with Jeff Goldblum in it ever is when he reads steamed hams. Alright, go to Hammond Creation Lab 1. So he is done, so let's release him.
Life. It begins. The most precious moment. The result of incalculable actions and reactions, trials and errors, genetic mutations and unknowable combinations, chaos, all leading to a living, breathing, thinking being, an entity, distinct and unique, and now you, just manufacture them. So, well done, I guess.
I love him in this game. He's so pessimistic about everything, just like he is in the movies. So I think, can we actually do stuff now?
The Hammond Foundation
Not
has
quite.
3 main areas of interest: security, entertainment, and science. I've already nudged the heads of each division to reach out to you personally. They'll offer opportunities and incentives for you to be part of their team. Choose one of their contracts. It'll help you develop your facility.
We're going to security. I always go security.
This is
There we
Lambert,
go. I just
head
skipped
of
it.
security.
Yours, theirs, and mine. Welcome to the islands. So here's our basic conundrum. We want to keep our animals under control while simultaneously encouraging instinctive behaviors, because these animals have potential as combatants. Look, everyone's fear object, myself included, is to have these animals running free and loose in the park. But we can't exploit them globally without taking some chances.
I like how that guy, out of all of them, he's like, you know what?
Contracts can be requested from the division heads inside the control room. Complete these to increase your reputation and gain additional revenue to keep expanding your park.
So Finch and Lambert are is that what his name is?
So one more thing, your reputation, your rep, quote unquote, keep an eye on it, okay? If you have a solid reputation with a division, you're more likely to benefit from them. Financially, I mean. But, like life, it's a balancing act. Each division is vying for your attention, and if they don't get it, they tend to take it personally.
Alright, can I actually do stuff on my... Yes, I think we're actually good. So, expedition map. This is how we're going to find new fossils and ambers to use to make...
Well done.
Oh, God.
And you'll notice absolutely no hint of sarcasm. Unless you listen real closely. So, what I meant to say is that completing that contract has raised your standing. Your reputation, if you will, with the security division. This means they'll be willing to give you more difficult missions.
Yep, we'll do that.
Lambert here. I've got a new assignment that I think is perfect for your skill set. Give it a once over, then let me know if you're interested.
So he wants us to get 50% genome in an Edmontosaurus. Now the expedition map is what we use to get more fossils and ambers to get more DNA
Glad to
for the
have you on
dinosaurs. And now that I'm going to start
Imagine,
talking
the
through over
animals
some
in
of
the various
these.
facilities are constantly probing for weaknesses in our security systems. They're smarter and more devious than people give them credit for. But I refuse to underestimate their capabilities. That's why I'm always testing and evaluating our security protocols and barriers. And this is where you come in.
I've got to give this guy Lambert his due. He actually sees these animals as both opportunity and threat.
So basically with this, as we send...
I'm gonna need you to
God.
extract enough DNA from fossils to incubate and hatch a dinosaur. This is the first phase of this mission. Carry on.
This has been 6.5 minutes pretty much of them talking.
Good. Your first expedition team is out. They'll bring back what they find to the fossil center for extraction.
So we have our expedition center. Fossils, DNA, not all of them are unlocked because we only have so many dinosaurs unlocked. Research center.
Your job is simple, really. Create dinosaurs.
I'm just going to
which
talk
attract
over.
visitors to your facilities.
Oh no, I'll let him
Brings in
go.
capital, money, huh? Which means you can do more research to build better facilities and create more dinosaurs, and there you go. A circle of life, development and resources, nature and commerce. See? Simple.
So we're actually going to do some research there. Research is pretty simple. You do missions and stuff to unlock them. God
The
damn
Fossil
it.
Center lets you extract DNA from fossils and amber in order to create new dinosaur genomes. Exciting!
Thankfully, once we get later on, they won't talk as much. It looks like they give us quite a lot to start out with, which means I actually probably didn't need to send an expedition out. We have Struthiomimus, another Struthiomimus, some Triceratops, Edmontosaurus, and a Ceratosaurus. Now, I don't think we have enough to get 50 out of any of the ones. Now, something else we're actually going to do is guests actually right now cannot see into the enclosures. You need to put viewing galleries in. Now, why they can't see through those fences that obviously at ground level you'd be able to see through, I don't really know. That's just the way they designed the game. You're going to notice quite a few of those like little things with the game that, like, ironically from Frontier you would think that they would know how to do this stuff, but a lot of that stuff is dealing with your guests and managing the park are kind of missing. So I'm actually going to do is
You should extract genomes from fossils that have been collected inside your fossil center. That will increase the amount of viable data you have to create dinosaurs.
So the reason why I'm walling this off is this pen is way too big. And also, we don't even have any food in here for the Struthiomimus. Which he's probably getting hungry. Show downstairs statistics. Yeah, he actually is hungry, which means he'll probably head over there. And I'll probably wall off part of it again, too. Alright, so we have more fossils. Oh, we got an amber. Ambers give you a lot of genetic information. And occasionally you get, like, these things that aren't, you can't get any DNA out of them, but you can sell them for money. Now we're going to go and do some Ceratosaurus research. Well, expedition. Enclosures. I'm probably not going to use electrified fences. You know what? Let's get Alpine. Now over here, we're going to go to the control room. We're going to request a new contract. And just so I can show you guys. Reputation, basically, as it goes up with one, you can't get all of them to like you at the same time. However, you can change back and forth what you do. So what we're going to do is we're going to do, for each island, all of security first, because that's the ones I always like doing, because they give you... I like the stuff they give you the most. And I also like Lambert a lot. I think he's really funny and cool. And then we're going to do all these so we can get all the dinosaurs and stuff. And also because we can eventually get the Indoraptor on the 5th island if we do enough with them. We don't quite have enough for the Edmontosaurus yet. However, now we're actually going to put in a fast food. Actually, that's in a really bad spot. Should get it to be able to fit in there. I saw it. Oh, wait. We had it. Oh, I just had it again. There we go. Wait, that's a substation. Pylon. Beautiful. Struthiomimus, please go eat, because I missed when I was supposed to box you in. Now, what are we going to put over here? What are we going to put over here? Well, I know it's not going over in there. Actually, I could probably put in another gate. Oh, I had it there for a second. There we go. And the reason I'm doing it this way, it's because it means we can release things. Like, we can use one creation lab for multiple exhibits, basically. So now, while we're waiting... Wait, let's put in another enclosure. I really can only get 3 of them just because of the way it's placed. Alright, Edmontosaurus is done. He does want us to create one.
Okay, next you'll need to incubate the animal in a Hammond creation laboratory before releasing and housing it in an enclosure. You'll also want to make sure we've got an ACU presence on this island.
What does he want? Reload speed? Yeah, he wants reload speed. So we do need an asset containment unit, which is very, very important. But you need one of these on the islands. Actually, if you don't have any herbivores, you probably don't, unless some of them will be trouble where you're going to need one. So we're not going to release the Edmontosaurus yet. We actually can create another Struthiomimus to put in there. Nothing wrong with that. We got a Ceratosaurus Amber, and we get some rhodium we can sell. Preferably, we're going to make sure that all of the dinosaurs we can get on this island have all their genomes done 100%. So we'll actually start focusing on Ceratosaurus first. just to pick one because I know there's 2 sites where you can only get Ceratosaurus fossils. So we'll just do that first. So research should be finishing up anytime soon. Yeah, less than a minute remaining. As you can see, our income, we're making 5,000 per minute, but obviously we only have one little Struthiomimus over here. And he actually needs more forest. Now, I don't think the Struthiomimus can even escape if it tried. So let's put a little bit more forest in there for it. Now it should probably be happy. And yep, there it is. Now we'll go over something real quick in a minute. There we go, Ceratosaurus genome is good. So if I look over here at the Struthiomimus, you can see all of its like stats and stuff, which those are pretty self-explanatory, but god damn it. Let me open up the gate for it so the Struthiomimus can go in. But do you see how it has that comfort level? If it gets down in the red, that's when the dinosaurs start wanting to break out. Now, Struthiomimus, as you can see, has a pretty high tolerance for that. He doesn't mind that much at all. Others, not so much. Research center, building upgrades, asset containment unit upgrade. I can probably release the Edmontosaurus for now. You're gonna be socializing with each other. There we go. There's the one. All right, ACU is done.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome an Edmontosaurus to the
Beautiful. And now we have to actually open
This
the
next bit is
gate.
gonna sound a little crazy because frankly, it is. But we are gonna encourage one of the dinosaurs to breach our containment grid. We'll then react and see if our procedures and personnel are up to the challenge.
Yes. So at this point, I'd like to take back everything I just said about this guy.
Uh-oh. Not today, Struthiomimus. Well, Edmontosaurus is making his own way out. Let's extract the DNA. Research center. There's nothing else I really want to research right now. Expedition center. Let's go over here because we might get some ambers for the Ceratosaurus. Is the Edmontosaurus actually making its way out? You know, I could just delete the fence.
The ACU, or Asset Containment Unit, should be your first port of call to bring down a rampaging dinosaur.
That
I'm
will
doing what I
take.
can to help you. Do what you can to help the security division.
I'm Owen Grady. Owen to my friends. I've seen things I'd rather not talk about, but it hasn't dampened my commitment to the dinosaurs. The raptors more generally, and me and Blue specifically. We have a special
There you go.
relationship, like what I have with Claire. Less complicated. Anyway, nice to meet you.
Now, it seems that they were not able to get Chris Pratt for this
Always
game.
interested in new ways to take care of our dinosaurs rather than just the cash. But even for Blue, well, dino kibble ain't cheap.
So let's see. You can actually. The AI will do it too, but it's fun to.
Okay, we have our run.
Did I miss?
Time to tag him and bag him. We're using less than lethal, but remember, that dinosaur doesn't know this is just supposed to be a drill. So watch your back.
While I understand the need to keep our security as sharp as possible, this is not the way I would go about doing it.
You have a problem with how we keep you safe, Doctor. I'm
Oh,
happy to
come
discuss
on.
it at a later time.
There we
Right
go.
now, we have our hands full.
And I'll just tell him to get the other one on his own. Where is he? Yeah. Luckily, none of them are gonna hurt any of the guests.
You'll need to call in the offshore transport team to safely move this dinosaur.
I'll
back
put
to
him in
its
with the
enclosure.
Struthiomimuses. Yeah, the guests generally don't like it when there's dinosaurs just rampaging everywhere. Expedition team is back. Great. You can go back and you can get more Ceratosaurus stuff. We do want to get that genome all the way up. That's nice. You got an ember. Honestly, once you get any carnivore, it's not hard to get your profit up that much. People love seeing them carnivores. And I think almost all the carnivores have a higher rating than a lot of the herbivores. Although some of the sauropods may have a higher rating. I mean, obviously there's going to be some herbivores that have a higher ranking than some of the carnivores. I mean, that's just a given. But like, things like the Indoraptor and the Indominus Rex have and even the T-Rex and Velociraptor have a way higher rating than most of the herbivores, I should say. Medical treatment, we will actually research hookworm because we do want to make sure our dinosaurs aren't dying of disease. Looks like he's transporting the Struthiomimus. Honestly, you could probably just throw it in the back of one of those Jeeps and drive it over. That may not be considered humane enough. And in goes the Edmontosaurus. And it looks like he is happy being there. He is thirsty though. Is there water in this exhibit? There's not.
And that's the job finished. True and square. Look, the thing is, we're still learning where our boundaries are when it comes to keeping these animals under control. God knows they're working out ways to exploit our weaknesses. Guess we'll find out who gets to the limits of our abilities first. Us or them. Ever vigilant.
And that's always been the challenge of the Jurassic industrial complex. Exploitation versus security. The immense potential for profit and for violence.
Well, since now we have all that extraction is done, let us incubate our first carnivore. However, I think our Ceratosaurus is going to have to wait till next time. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, which I hope you did, remember to like it, leave a comment. I really want you to know your opinions on this new series, and hey, if you want to see more of this series, remember to subscribe. Now, catch you all later. Peace!